Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on our Mayor Briggs personality. I still remain your temperament and your personality coach, Ambassador Folake Olubaju. Today we'll be looking at how we'll continue on our Mayor Briggs personality. For the last two times we've spoken on Mayor Briggs, we talked about the first phase, whether you are an introvert or an extrovert. Then we also looked at whether you belong to being an intuitive person or a sensing person. I'm sure by now you know where you fall into. Today we'll be looking at the third phase, which is either a you have a thinking behavior or a feeling behavior. You either belong to one of these two. Okay, note something, not that you, like someone is looking at it that, okay, yes, how can you tell me I'm not a feeler or I don't think? That's not the way it is. When it comes to Maya Briggs personality, it's all about you. Which of these two do you naturally prefer? Which one would you pick first? Which one would you always use one first before you think of the other one? So that's what Maya Briggs is all about. Which one will you naturally prefer? Is it the thinking or the feeling behavior? So let's go into the thinking behavior. This tool is all about how you use what you have gathered in for an sensing person or an intuitive person. The information you gather, how do you now make decision based on them? When it comes to a thinker or a feeler, how do you make decision based on what you have gathered? So as a thinker or a thinking if you have a thinking behavior, you are more you are more of a logical person, you are more objective as a person. A person that have a thinking behavior, when you want to solve a problem, not that it does not have feelings, but he will first of all use his thinking ability first before he can use his feeling ability. When a thinker want to actually solve something, he does not use his heart. Okay, he use logic. Even though he feels he might hurt you, but he feels that I had to tell this person the fact. They work based on fact. They work based on facts, even though they know that this thing I'm going to do, it might hurt you, but it is the rule. I have to be fair to everyone. They are being fair in their thing. They set up a rule, they set up standard, and they feel if people don't go with it, then it's not their business. No, they most likely they call people like that they are being arrogant, that most of the time they are not compassionate enough and all that. So they always feel thinkers are like that because they don't use their heart when they are making decision. Unlike the feelers are more subjective. Okay, they use their heart more than the way they use their rules of being logical. When things, for instance, happen and they know that they are going to hurt you, instead of, like, if it's a thinker will tell you they don't care whether you get, or they just want to tell you the way it is. But a failure will tell you a lie sometimes in order for them not to hurt you. They are very, very subjective. They use their heart. They don't want to hurt people. They don't want to hurt you no matter what they do. So they tend to bend rule in order to fit into per person. They deal with people with rule per person. When they notice that your own kind of person, okay, maybe they give you excuses in order for them to be able to be fair to you. a a thinker will feel is fair when he make sure he follow the standard for everybody. But if you are a feeler, you want to bend rule per person. You might feel that, oh, this person maybe he was sick, okay, let me give him opportunity to recover, maybe because he's a sickler. But a thinker will not think like that. Yes, they can have the feeling and start thinking as a feeler secondarily, but primarily the first thing they will do is to make decision based on being a thinker. So a thinker is more of an objective person, while a feeler is more of a subjective person. Like I said, they use their heart more when they are facing issue, when they are going through, or when they want to make a decision for something. So that's why they call feelers. And if you want to look at it, this is the first segment. This is the first phase that's going to be more of, like, it's going to be gender kind of more of gender percentage when it comes to the gender, because most people that fall into this thinker space is always the men are more they are more objective. They're the one that fall into this group. Why majority of people fall into women fall into the feeling? Of course, we have some women that are still thinkers and we have some men that are still feelers, but the majority of men fall into thinkers while the majority of women fall into being a feeler. So a feeler are more nicer in terms of making a decision. They are more calmer, they are more, subjective to make their decision, unlike the thinker. So that is it. So if you know that you fall into being a thinker, you write T, and if you know you fall into being a feeler, you write an F. Like for me, so far I have a I being an introvert, the N, I mean the S being a sensing person, and now I have the F because I'm a feeler also. Yes, it's just I fall so much into being a feeler. I'm not a thinker. I use my heart most of the time when it comes to decision. I hate hurting people because of my decisions. So, and not that a feeler too cannot do like a thinker. Yes, most of the time will a thinker can be can confront. They are confrontational, they love to debate, they love to argue. Not that a feelers they can't do that, but that's not the first thing they want to do. Okay, feelers don't argue. They don't. What they love most is harmony. They're harmonious in nature. They just want everything to go well the way they want it. Everybody should be okay, everybody should be fine. But a thinker will argue something about whatever is going on. They will debate, they will talk for so long about the particular thing, but a filler will not do that. So that's the difference between a filler and this kind. And not that the two of them cannot switch and do. Sometimes I can come out and decide to argue, but that's not my original person. Not that we can't go extra mile to do that, but we can. So let me know if you have my type of line INF. The last one will be the one that will determine the complete one. So keep on following, keep on sharing this video, getting to know yourself, getting to know your family members, your colleagues at work is made you. Thank you very much for all the likes and the share. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.